Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. My name is HDTGeorge, and this is the audio TWAB for June the 30th, 2022. If you would, down below this video here, please like and subscribe to the channel. This is a simple audio reading of the TWAB. As always, no hot takes, no opinions, just the words of the TWAB. This week at Bungie, 6/30/2022. This week at Bungie, we are getting ready for Grandmaster Nightfalls. This year and this season has been flying by. We hope that you can find moments of peace in your world this week, and do not forget we have a bunch of mental health resources here just in case things are feeling a little too heavy. We listed this last week as well, but your mental health is important, Guardians, so another reminder never hurts. This week is another light week for the TWAB, but we will be talking about the mid-season weapons preview, Prime Gaming drops, a fun final message for this month from the Pride Strike team, and a quick reminder that Grandmaster Nightfalls are starting up next week. So hold on to your ghosts, Guardian, and let's get into it. Tune those weapons. First up, we want to talk a little bit about the mid-season weapons preview. Today we are talking about a few changes coming to some of our weapons, exotics, and airborne effectiveness, AE as well. We may have some opportunities in the near future to answer more questions, so we do ask that you continue to keep us updated on your thoughts and ideas over on socials and in the forums. So without further ado, here's the Senior Design Lead, Chris Proctor. Chris Proctor. G'day. Chris Proctor here. We spent a lot of playtest time in Season 18 and decided to bring some of the changes into an earlier release. We expect these changes to shift the PvP meta a little for the month or so before Season 18 launches, and we have another set of changes coming then. Smaller, of course, since we moved some of them to Solstice. TLDR. Buffs. Airborne Effectiveness. Improved baseline airborne accuracy and aim assist for all primary weapons. Added a static airborne effectiveness buff to some existing perks. Raised the base AE stat on several exotic weapons. Tuned up some underperforming primary weapon subfamilies in PvP. Increased pellet shotgun damage in PvE. Increased ammo per special brick for Glaives, Forerunner, and Ariana's Vow in PvP. Linear fusion rifles no longer receive increased flinch in PvE, will still receive increased flinch in PvP. Nerfs. Tuned down some overperforming exotics in PvP. Airborne effectiveness AE on primary weapons. We were cautious about making weapons too easy to use while airborne at Season 17 launch, preferring to take some time to evaluate and then buff accordingly, rather than having to nerf. We've seen this play out in the game for several weeks now and are confident that we can safely significantly decrease the airborne accuracy and aim assist penalties on primary weapons. Reduced airborne penalties for all primary weapons. These changes are roughly equivalent to increasing the base AE stat of primary weapons by around 15 at low stat values. Reduced airborne accuracy penalty at low AE by 20 to 40%, dependent on weapon type. Auto rifle, pulse rifle, scout rifle, submachine guns, 40%. Hand cannon, sidearm, 20%. Bow, 30%. Reduced airborne aim assist penalties for the above weapon types and changed the stat scale to provide more benefit to each point. Reduced airborne auto aim, bullet bending, M&K and controller, penalty by 20%. Reduced airborne magnetism, reticle stickiness, controller only, penalty by 40%. Some perks now give a static AE stat buff in addition to their other effects. Air Assault, plus 10 AE at all times in addition to plus 60 for 70 AE total when at low health. Extended Mag, plus 10 AE. Steady Rounds, plus 7 AE. Raise the base AE stat on several exotic weapons listed in the exotic section below. Weapon archetypes. Hand cannons. Precision 180 RPM hand cannons have languished for quite a while, and we took some time to soften their time to kill in PvP. In playtesting, we find this makes them a lot more competitive, particularly with their innate plus 25 bonus to AE. Increased body shot damage from 37 to 40, crit moves from 57 to 60. Can now kill in 2 crit, 2 body against Guardians, kills in 1.33 seconds in body shots. Auto rifles. Precision 450 RPM auto rifles have fallen behind other AR subfamilies, partially because they were more reliant on hitting a higher portion of crits to reach their optimal time to kill. Increased body shot damage from 19 to 20, precision multiplier moves from 1.6 to 1.5, crit damage stays the same at 30. Scout rifles. While we don't want scout rifles to be too effective, we generally don't want long-range weapons to compete with short-range weapons for ease of use or time to kill. There's some room to make scout rifles a little better in PvP and add some primary weapon competition to snipers at long ranges. So we've adjusted 2 of the scout rifle subfamilies, Precision and High Impact. Precision, 180 RPM. Increased body damage from 34 to 38. Crit moves from 54.4 to 60.8. Can 2 crit 2 body against 197 hit point, health and shields, or lower, kills in 1.33 seconds in body shots against 190 hit points or lower, 1.67 seconds against higher resiliences. High Impact, 150 RPM. Increased body damage from 38.2 to 42. Crit moves from 66.9 to 73.5. Can 2 crit 1 body against 189 hit point or lower, kills in 1.6 seconds in body shots. Shotguns. Pellet shotguns felt like they could use some love in PvE. Increased pellet shotgun PvE damage bonus from 10% to 25%. Linear fusion rifles. The flinch increase on linear fusion rifles was fairly effective, but since it was global, it hurt their usability in PvE. We've made a change that applies this increased flinch to damage coming only from players instead. Glaives. When scavenger mods were disabled in PvP, glaives were no longer able to get enough ammo for a kill from a single brick. We've corrected that issue. Increased ammo per special brick from 1 to 2 in PvP. Damage scalers on trace rifles, Killing Tally, Ager's Scepter in Will Given Form mode, Ariana's Vow, and Fighting Lion were not functioning as intended. The fix for this will restore that functionality for most weapons, but an update to Fighting Lion will come later, currently planned for Season 18 launch. Note that this issue may also have affected other weapons or perks. Exotics. Orange Driver is still oppressive to play against, and we wanted to address this more thoroughly. Reduced aim assist stat from 32 to 22. Reduced suction against players. Removed the universal 2x flinch nerf from the previous change. Since we've changed flinch for all linear fusion rifles, see above, this change also applies to Arbalist. Gallahorn is much too dominant as a heavy weapon choice in PvP and Gambit due to proximity detonation making it very easy to use, and Wolfpack rounds finishing Guardians who should be far enough away to be safe. Primary Rocket no longer has proximity detonation. Wolfpack rounds now deal half damage to players. The last word has reached a usage level on controller where it warranted some adjustment. With this change, it will be a little harder to land crits while hip firing, and it will be less deadly at extended range. Reduced hipfire precision aim angle by 50%. Precision aim angle dictates how far off of the head you can be aimed and still have aim assist grant you a critical instead of a body shot. Reduced damage and aim assist fall off distance by 3 meters. Forerunner was getting 3 ammo per special brick in PvP. Technically enough for a kill, but this was unforgiving. We bumped it up a little. At the same time, it was getting full ammo from a single special brick in PvE, which gave it extremely high uptime. Increased ammo per special brick from 3 to 4 in PvP. Reduced ammo per special brick from max to around 16 in PvE. Ariana's Vow was getting 1 ammo per special brick in PvP, not enough for a kill. Increased ammo per special brick from 1 to 2 in PvP. We're evaluating the airborne effectiveness stat on exotic weapons, keeping in mind that they can't equip the Icarus Grip mod, and decided to bump several up to be more competitive. Suros Regime from 23 to 31. Whisper of the Worm from 9 to 20. Monte Carlo from 21 to 29. Forerunner from 22 to 27. Prime Gaming Mic Drop. Some of you may remember back in the day, early Destiny 1, where you could only swap out one of your emotes and the other 3 remain the same. Now in Destiny 2, we get to have 4 emotes all at once, and honestly, this month's Prime Gaming Mic Drop is going to fit in perfectly with the others. Don't know what I'm talking about? Well, here's the quick summary. Sign up for Prime Gaming, link your Bungie.net account, get the sweet cosmetics listed below, with more rewards coming in future months. Seems simple, right? Well, it is. Lined up for this month, we have a clean Sparrow, a Ship and Ghost, and the best mic drop you've seen this side of the tower. Pride Strike Team. Hi friends, we're back with the Pride Strike Team for the final update in June. This week we are talking a little bit about our Pride in the Park event. As the Bungie Pride Strike Team got together to plan our Pride Month events, it became clear that we needed an event that not only represented Bungie culture of Stronger Together, but also represented Bungie's commitment to Pride and community. A handful of cross-disciplinary members from the Pride Strike Team got together and quickly assembled a fun event in Bellevue Square Park, with catered food, games, and most importantly, Bungie people. The event was such a smashing success that we're already planning to revisit it next year and keep Pride alive as a part of Bungie's company culture. And once more, as we wrap up Pride Month, we wanted to share our Be True emblem. Share this code, wear your emblem with pride, and we will see you over the next few months as we share more of our pride year-round. Grandmasters, your time has come. Grandmaster Nightfalls have returned, bringing some of our most challenging PvE content back into the mix. This week will be your chance to finish up your Conqueror title, possibly guild it, and earn some awesome loot. We also wanted to remind you that if you get error-coded out of a non-match-made Nightfall, any level, you will now rejoin after logging back in. While in this state, you won't be able to change builds or equipment in the game, the app, or any third-party websites. Good luck out there, Guardians. Player Support Report. The Vanguard has pretty okay mental health coverage, all things considered. Another week and another report from our magical player support team. They have a handful of issues to report on, and some of you were asking about your GCX emblem. Good news, that's in here too. This is their report. GCX Charity Emblem Distribution. Earlier this week, emblem rewards were distributed to players who donated to the GCX St. Jude Charity Celebration. Players who donated can locate their emblems under Collections, Flair, General. Known issues. While we continue investigating various known issues, here's a list of the latest issues that were reported to us in our #help forum. Investigator and Gumshoe rare armor sets are incorrectly appearing as available to unlock for armor synthesis when not acquired in collections. Arc Siphon does not successfully count as an Arc mod for activating secondary perks on Arc charged with light mods. Dialogue for Nessus patrols may not successfully play on patrol activation. Rahul displays incorrect error messages when players attempt to acquire certain items with a full inventory. Players who haven't picked up their Prime Gaming items from Amanda Holliday's inventory for several drops can't view her inventory anymore. For a full list of emergent issues in Destiny 2, players can review our known issues article. Players who observe other issues should report them to our #help forum. Leg Day, Movie of the Week. How about them movies? Bruno. I think a lot of us Guardians still have nightmares about Rolk's kicks. This is a reminder to never get too close to him and a way to keep alive the meme that will never die. Ivan. I am impressed how well music connects with the action in this MOTW. I wish my guns would be more loyal to me when I'm trying to land headshots. Movie of the Week, Your Light Dances Away. Movie of the Week, Loyal. Cosplay, Knitting, and Legos, oh my. Artist of the Week. Hippie. Y'all already know my love of cosplay. I talk about it enough and probably a smidge too much, so when I saw this particular build of A-Trax, it was a no-brainer. That being said, Lego is always a good time, and I couldn't pick just the one, so I've got a bonus round once more just because. Sam. Something about Guardians and knitting, and I'm just a little puddle of love over here right now. Don't mind me. But real talk, this season has been pretty dark, in more ways than one, so seeing Sweet Crow frustrated with knitting, which as a crochet main myself, knitting is so much harder IMO, just made my heart warm up. Art of the Week, Atrax cosplay goes hard. Art of the Week, Newfound Family. Bonus Art of the Week, Lego Keitel. My first TWAB in the books. We did it. This past week has been pretty jam-packed on the website, between our tech blog, a community focus, our consumer products Nerf article, and this week's TWAB. Goodness gracious, we have been writing a lot. As for next week, we do have some Bungie Day plans, but I really don't want to spoil a surprise, so you're just going to have to wait. Oh, don't forget to please keep sharing your #ShredzOfLight cosplays over on socials. The number of times we have giggled in a meeting because of one of your wildly creative cosplays is too many to count. Stay crafty. Get it? Because cosplay? Guardians. High fives. Sam. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the audio TWAB for June the 30th, 2022. Again, my name is HDTGeorge. If you would, down below you here, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like, you can follow me across all social media at HDTGeorge. And as always, remember, fight the status quo.